Brian Harman in Floyd County will take on Graham on Tuesday night. On Monday, I had a chance to interview the head man of Floyd County for his thoughts on the contest.
Talk about the win over Nelson County.
Yeah, that was a special win for us to get back to the regional championship with this group. You know, we lost 4 starters last year and had to find our own identity, and to get back there again and back-to-back school history, first time ever. Special for the guys. They bought into their roles, and Nelson County's good too. Coached very well, and got some really good players there. And with Ward and Giles, and Carter and Ross, I mean, they're all great players. So to get that win was really special for our team and special for the school.
Was it harder to guard Ward or Giles?
Both. I mean, they're both averaging, almost a double-double, and the good thing about it is our post guys have come to play. So we've got some size there, but gosh, Ward's 6'7", 6'8", and really big. I think Giles is a little bit harder matchup just because he does a little bit of everything. He can be a one-man point guard that can take care of your press, or he can post you up and kill you inside. So I think Giles is definitely a harder matchup, but it ain't a whole lot of difference because they're both really good players.
So now it's to the state quarterfinals, and you have Graham, and it's at, quote-unquote, your place. It'll be held at Franklin County High School. In terms of a home game for Floyd County, is that the best place, or are there other kind of nearbys or whatnot?
Floyd County High School would have been the best solution. I voted for that, but when they went to 1,300 on the limit of seats, that took us out and takes out a lot of schools. So there's some other schools around. We played at Radford University. We played at Roanoke College. Christiansburg was on the site too. But since Christiansburg put in a new gym or redid theirs, but we hadn't been over there to play. And we've been to Franklin County regular season, and then we've been down there twice for the regional. Like, we've made that trip. We know what it's like, and just put them back in a comfortable situation again.
Yeah, I was going to say, for you, what's the big deal? To be in a comfortable situation or to be in a place where depth perception is not a big deal?
I don't know that. Now, we may not make a shot on Tuesday, may not make another one on Friday. If we make the state championship, might not make one. But I think we've put our kids in a lot of awkward situations out of season and throughout the year at different schools, and put a lot of pressure on them that way. So I think they're built for, 2 times against Nelson when we're down 8 to 9 to 10, and it seems like my guys were more under control than I was. So the depth perception, I'm sure it makes a difference, but I think our guys have played enough different arenas and different situations that we've kind of made all those more comfortable zone.
I'm asking Brian Harman now, for people who don't know, how real is that depth perception though?
I don't. That's I don't really know. I hear about it all the time, but I think it goes back to what I said on the last one. I think if you can put yourself in uncomfortable situations to build up these guys' confidence and stuff like that, whether it's different crowds, different gyms, different lighting, and you do that throughout the years, I think for what we're getting ready to go through has been built up way before this game.
And I'm not trying to beat depth perception to a dead horse here, but what is depth perception when I say it to you? What comes to your mind?
I would think the space behind the goal. Some of them are right on the goal. Some of them have the stands behind it, which we don't play in a lot of places that have stands behind it. But Franklin County is one of those. That's what I would say. Bigger gyms from side to side sometimes, but we've played in because this year about every team we played out of district was bigger schools. We played at Pulaski, and we've played at Cave Spring, which is a smaller gym. So we've played in a lot of different atmospheres, but that's what I would consider. It's just the depth behind it made the side of the bleachers and that stuff, because it's all different.
Yeah, my gut tells me I just want a wall back there if I can possibly have it. But, every kid is different, and some kids might shoot better if they don't have that wall behind it, as weird as that may sound.
Yeah, you just never know. And you never know how it's going to affect anybody till we get in those situations. Everybody talks about bus rides. I was just talking with Nelson's coach a minute ago, and I think they're going up tonight, spend a night, which is, we did that a few years ago with another group that I had. We didn't spend a night, but we had a charter bus, and I will never forget that trip. That was just a great time, non-basketball, but was basketball related, that we enjoyed a lot of time together.
Yeah, and it's funny because I'll hear some coaches say, you brought the bus trips up kind of, I want the kids to sleep in their own bed, because having to watch 16 or 15 kids to make sure they're in their rooms can be difficult.
Man, I would love to take these 16 anywhere I could take them.
Right.
And they'd probably be watching me instead of me watching them. So
I remember hearing Jim Valvano said we once did a bed check and we found out all the beds are there.
That's exactly right. Yeah, that's good.
How good's Graham?
Graham's good. You don't get out of that region out there by being average. And I don't know what their record is, but they probably lost 3 or 4 or 5. They're good. Point guard, Ty Martin, he's good. We play with him AAUI, so we spent a lot of time with Ty and his family. The Cibio kid shoots it very, very well. And, with my son being a sophomore, so we've seen these guys a lot on the AAU circuit for a lot of years. And so a lot of those kids we've played against and built relationships with, but they're good. They've got, an athlete in the fixed kid that's just a high-level go-getter, and it'll be a really good game. The 8 teams that are left, I don't know what's on the other side. I just know about these 4, because we got to get through these 4 before we can get to the other side. But they're both Central and Graham are really, really good, and I know Nelson's good.
Is Southwest Virginia a different breed of basketball?
I think it is. It was. I felt like it was more physical, tough. You're going to have to really be able to defend to win games, because as I was coming up, watching Gate City with Scotty Vermillion and some of those people, I mean, I knew what it took to get there, and I just never could get our guys. We ain't talking about the athletes or anything. I'm just talking about our guys playing that style, and I feel like we've kind of blended in a little bit of the toughness with a little bit of athleticism that Radford always got me with, to the best athleticism that we can give. But I always think of Region D being tough and physical, and you're going to be tough and physical to win this game.
What are the keys to win this game? I mean, tough and physical?
No question. For us to take care of the ball, it's going to be our thing that we've done all year. We got to rebound, take care of the ball, and execute. I think if we can limit their easy possessions and don't turn out I know this is very simple, but don't turn the ball over into easy baskets, I think we'll have a great shot to win. But we're 32 minutes away from seeing if we can, and they are too. So it's a one-game deal. We've been there 3 out of the last 4 years. Would love to get the state championship. I just feel like this is, you've put the work in. You're not going to make a lot of adjustments to win the game. You got what you're going to bring to the racetrack, and here we go. See if it's good enough.
I may ask you one of the most stupid questions I've ever asked you in closing here. At this point in the season, I know scouting is important, but how much of it is Floyd County needs to worry about Floyd County? Everybody needs to worry about themselves. You can't control the other team on the other side.
I scout the other teams just because I want to see, what's this guy like to do? Does he shoot it? And I'll scout to that point. But I think if we go in the game and we do what we do, it'll either be good enough or it's not. And I think we've got a great shot at doing if we do what we do. We've got 5 guys that are great, great players that do what they do very well. And I think as a team-wise, if you can do that, the chances of you being successful are really good. And if you didn't, that's what got you there anyway. So I feel like if we can go in and play like we should and we do our own roles, I think we'll have a great shot to win tomorrow night.
Coach, best of luck, and I always appreciate it.
No, man, I appreciate your time, and I always appreciate what you're doing for high school sports.